I got a bag to share with y'all. Today. It's a grab bag. I got a grab bag of goodies on today's episode of The Edward Show. Here is what you can expect on today's lovely episode. You can expect how Google is ranking posts from Reddit. I've been doing some digging. I don't think it's as clear cut as I originally did. I'm doing some digging. I found a very interesting thread on Reddit. I even reached out to the guy. I hope to talk with him. So I want to share what that thread says. It's kind of crazy. Then I'm going to share with you a discovery that I made with Product Hunt, which is the top place to launch originally technology products, but it can be used for a lot more. And I'm going to give an example. And what I saw, I don't even think it's quite brilliant, because it wasn't pulled off properly. But if it had been pulled off properly, it would have been brilliant. And I'm going to tell you how to pull it off properly. And then I'm going to finish it off. I'm going to finish off today's episode with the small word of caution about buying fake engagement on Instagram, because I've had some fakers message me, and it's a bad look. All right. That is what to get. This is episode 89 of The Edward Show. Episode 89. This is the thread. I'm just going to read this to you. I've been doing my own research. I'm just going to read this to you. I think it's very interesting. The title of the thread was, "How does Google rank subreddit posts?" I read the entire thread, and there was really only one worthwhile post in this thread. It was a comment by this guy, Spence Watson 01. This is what he said. He said, "I've been trying to figure this out for months and have some thoughts." So he's trying to figure out how Google ranks Reddit posts, how Google decides what posts from Reddit goes onto Google, how the Google algorithm decides it. Background: I have a travel referral link that I have been pushing since January. Some things I have done: create website that ranks very high, create subreddit, post on coupon sites, post on many subreddits. So one of my goals has always been to win the 5 Reddit spots when you search Google for the keyword. I have been successful at winning 2 of the spots. Here's what I found. If you don't know what a keyword is, if you're a new time listener, I talk about search engine optimization a lot on here. A keyword is just whatever it is that you search into a search engine like Google. You type in, "Where do I buy nice smelling blue paint?" That's a keyword. So that's just whatever you type in Google. So he said, here's what I found. Google gives priority to older threads. I actually didn't know that. Google gives, this one is crazy. This next one that I'm reading is crazy. Google gives priority to threads that come from large established subreddits. I created an entire subreddit around this one keyword, got 750 members to join. I got one of the Google Reddit spots. All of the rest of the spots went to a subreddit that has been around a lot longer. So this guy, to rank for one of his keywords, for one of his desired keywords, he created his own subreddit, got 750 people to join. I'm sure he just got like bot accounts on Reddit, or like barely used. They're not necessarily bots, but they're used for manipulative purposes. He probably got those accounts to join, paid some people across some services, did some Google searching, talked to some people on Skype. I don't know about any of this because I don't do it, And I got to say that on these episodes. But he started his own subreddit, got all these people to join, and then he started ranking for his desired keyword. I think that I'm not sure how much effort that was. Probably not that much effort. And depending on the keyword and the offer, could have been a huge payoff. So I think that's really interesting that he shared that. Number 3, he said, the results you see on the front page of Google are very different than the results you see when you select more results from reddit.com. The more results page follows the traditional rules of SEO, of search engine optimization. Number 4, comments don't matter as much as you think. I took one thread that was performing well and convinced people in my subreddit to comment on it, thinking that would help. I got the thread up to 400 comments, which was more than any other on the Google Reddit list, and it didn't help. I also think it's possible that Google might be good at detecting comment manipulation. That's an insight that I have that I wanted to share. Number 5, awards may help a little. And number 6, backlinks may help a little. If you're new to SEO, a backlink is just when one site links to your site. It's a vote of authority as seen by the eyes of the Google algorithm. So he said, backlinks may help a little. I got some quality backlinks on a few threads and did get one to rank in the Google Reddit. It might play a part, not sure. I actually made a whole episode about how I heard some guys depending on this to rank Reddit posts, depending on getting backlinks and doing crazy and doing a lot of Reddit manipulation. That episode is called, I want to tell you what that episode is called because I think it's a good episode. I just received a comment of praise from Andre Ridginger. I hope I'm saying your name right. Thank you for the message that you gave me today. That message means a ton. And if you want to listen to that episode, it's episode number 72 of The Edward Show. It's titled The Crazy Black Hat SEO Trick I Heard, which I 100% should not be sharing. That's what that episode is called. And that goes in line with what this guy is saying about backlinks helping. The people who told me that story, the people who told me that they do that, they claim that backlinks help a lot more than this guy has detected. I thought I'd share what this guy discovered. I think it's rare that people on Reddit go into such detail with something like this, with something that is so potentially lucrative, with advice that is so potentially lucrative that takes a lot of effort to discover as well. And I think it's rare that people share that. Also, that people also just have that level of detail in general. I have found that there are far too few people in the world who have attention to detail like this guy does. So I thought it was a worthwhile share. Why is this valuable? Well, if you have a product to sell, you can find the keywords that are relevant and you can use Reddit in this way so that your product shows up on Google when people are searching keywords that are relevant, and you make purchases like this. You get go to market like this, you get customers, you get visibility, you get discovered like this. And that's what this guy is trying to do. That's what this guy is researching. That's what this guy has shared. It's why is search engine optimization valuable? So I think a worthwhile share. Number 2 for episode 89 of The Edward Show, number 2. It's called SaaS Funding Napkin 2023. This is the description for it. It launched on Product Hunt, the number one place to launch technology-related products. I talk about Product Hunt on a lot of my episodes. The description is based on Carta data from 3,000 plus financing rounds and feedback from dozens of investors. The Napkin aims to shed light on one simple question: what does it take to raise capital in SaaS in 2023? Spoiler alert, expect AI to come up in every VC meeting. And the product, so I say it's the number one place for launching technology products. People use Product Hunt a lot now to launch info products or services that are disguised as products. People are using Product Hunt a lot to do that. The biggest companies in the world launch on Product Hunt. I've seen Tesla launch on Product Hunt. And then SMBs, funded startups, well-funded startups, and just people who have their own startup, who made something in a weekend and want to share it. Everyone who has tech-related things launches on Product Hunt. It used to be more for actual products that you can use. And now products that you can consume have also come into the mix. And so this SaaS funding napkin, it's literally a napkin with a chart on it of who is getting funded. But it's literally a napkin. It's basically an info product. And it's hosted on Medium and Dropbox. And that's what I think is so crazy. So here's what's really cool about, I'm going to say what's cool about this and how it could have been done better, because this is ranking number 4 on Product Hunt. This is getting substantial traffic. What's cool about this is I don't know the amount of effort that was put into it, but something like this could potentially be made with low effort. I've seen that on Product Hunt. I've seen those do well. On yesterday's episode, I said my top lessons from this book, Trust Me, I'm Lying. Tell them what they want to hear. My gut tells me that if you made an info product that reminded people of important lessons in entrepreneurship, and it was which are oftentimes things that people want to hear, tell them what they want to hear, something like that would get a lot of engagement and do very well, and it would be pretty low effort. It doesn't require a lot of effort to figure out what entrepreneurs want to hear. And so you can make something like that, put it on Product Hunt. And this is where the guy, I think, screwed up. He did it to Medium. He did it for Medium. Maybe he's trying to build a following on Medium. But I think it would be way better if he had a personal website and he put this on a personal website, which would allow him to get a lot of backlinks, which would allow him to rank for keywords if he wanted to, or get email signups and have a pop-up and do it if it was his own site and his own domain. I think Product Hunt is really amazing right now because you can think of one of these information products, make it look like this specific product was really low effort. I gotta say, it's literally a napkin with a chart on it. I've seen people at least make info products that have some styling to them, as in like maybe there are some hover effects, maybe minimum hover effects. Maybe there's like a table of contents with images and you click on the image and then it takes you to an anchor spot within the post. Like maybe there's something like that. But minimum hover effects. This is just literally a picture of a napkin with the chart on it. The Medium post has some more descriptions. The Medium post has a bunch more graphs. But I mean, it's literally an article. If something like this was hosted on your website, you would get backlinks and then you could do bottom of funnel search engine optimization and rank for purchase intent keywords. You could rank for keywords where people are searching to make a purchase, to become a user, to become a newsletter subscriber, whatever your product is. And that could help you a lot. And so I think Product Hunt is really good. Like this, I would encourage you to actually just search SaaS funding, SaaS, software as a service, SaaS funding napkin 2023 Product Hunt. Just search that, see this low effort listing and be like, I can't believe how well this did. And I'm telling you, products like this, they get links and it really helps the companies. I personally have seen products like this be launched on Product Hunt, and then all of the rankings for the company that made that product, all the rankings increase within a week. I personally have seen that. I can't say it will happen with every product, but I have seen it happen before. So that was share number 2 on this episode. Okay, final share. As my notoriety has been growing, as my influence has been growing, as I have more people messaging me and telling me that they're binging on this podcast, binging on my TikToks. By the way, thank you. I don't take this responsibility lightly. I really don't. And I am immensely grateful for everybody. But as I've had more people messaging me, I need to decide who I should be spending my time on and who I shouldn't. And so when somebody messages me, I say, okay, who is this person? And I've had a bunch of people recently message me and I look at them. A lot of them are DMing me on Instagram and I look at their Instagrams and they'll have tens of thousands of followers and I'll say, oh, cool. What has this person done? And then I will see that these followers are fake and they bought fake engagement. And honestly, I think it's a bad look. I don't think it's a reflection of somebody being savvy. Before I say why I don't think it's a good look and how you can figure out if somebody has fake engagement on Instagram, I want to just say very quickly, because I wouldn't say something like this on the off chance that you were one of these people, and then I was going to make you feel bad if that you were one of these people. So what I want to say is I did some quick research before recording this, and it looks like there's a bunch of tools out there to have your bot followers removed. And at the very least, if those tools don't work, you could always go on Fiverr, get somebody very cheap. And if you have tens of thousands of followers, like some of these fake followers, like some of these people who have reached out, you can get them removed. You can pay somebody not a lot of money to get those people removed. I would recommend it. I'm going to explain why I would recommend it and how you can tell who those people are, how you can spot if somebody has a fake following. It's if you actually want to find if someone has a fake following, here's how you do it. Just look at the person's comments for their photos on Instagram or on their reels. And then it'll just be like, if it's a fake person, most of the comments from what I am seeing will be like the fire emoji or, wow, this post made me so happy. Like completely generic statements that could apply to almost any post. And then you can tell if somebody has a lot of bots following them, if they have purchased followers. I think it's a bad look. I haven't purchased followers for any of my accounts because I wanted to see myself growing authentically. That is why I did it. I wanted to see myself growing authentically. But now, after having posted consistently for so long, I realize another pro to it is just it's a measure of authenticity. And I think in 2023, when there are so many inauthentic people out there, being authentic is such a value add. It distinguishes you so much. It distinguishes you so much that it shouldn't be taken for granted. Growing authentically and consistently. You know what? I realized this. I was going to the World Trade Center today. I went on this crazy bike ride around Manhattan, literally around Manhattan. I started by the World Trade Center, then I went down Battery Park at the utmost bottom tip of Manhattan, up the East River. As I walked by the World Trade Center, I had a realization about what this podcast is, what I am, the value that I am delivering, and the values that I have. And I wrote a note to myself, and this is what I wrote. I'm just going to read what I wrote. I wrote, if you do something every day, you will get better and grow at an exponential rate. I believe that. That is why I make this podcast every day. That is why I do my TikToks every day. That is why I have my weekly newsletter, because I improve it. I improve at that as well. But the growth hacks help you grow faster. That's what it is. The growth hacks keep on giving you those sparks that can turn into the flames. That's what I like to teach. I like to teach those growth hacks. I think so many people have so much trouble finding go-to-market, finding their first users. I would bet you that there's a lot of people out there too who have good products, but they don't know how to find the customers who are specifically interested in their brands. And while they make those good products and they continue to make those good products, they improve at making them. But the longer they go at it for, the more likely they are to find product market fit and to find the go-to-market, to find the people who like them. And that is what I preach. I preach keeping at it and testing so many different ways to find your tribe, to find the people who love you. And that is what the Edward Show is about. This is episode 89. What a way to wrap it up. I got a big smile on my face and a hot cup of coffee on my desk. Thank you so much for listening. Man, this one, I just shot through the roof on this one. I will talk to all of you again. Woo, feeling great. I don't know. I just Tony Robbins'd myself. I will talk to all of you again tomorrow. Bye now.